Uh, Hello and welcome to our respected panels and fellow students. Thank you for listening to our presentation today. We are from Group B and we are excited to present our research proposal titled Fingerprint-Based Authentication for Secure Student Portals. My name is Ziad Faruqi, Beharit Faruqi, and presenting along me today are my team members. If you can introduce yourself, please.
I'm Muhammad Imadi bin Muhaidi.
My name is Rais Nusai bin Razban Hakimi.
My name is Tuan Haji Hakimi bin Tuan Badru Isham.
So, as students pursuing our bachelor in computer system security at MIT, we wanted to dedicate our research to a problem that directly impacts our daily online lives as remote and hybrid students. We interact with with university networks constantly to check our grades, look up schedules, and access sensitive personal data. Over the next 20 minutes or so, we will guide you through our virtual walkthrough and demonstrating how we can transition away from legacy password systems through hardware-backed biometric security that fits right in our pockets. Okay, next slide. Okay, before we dive into the technical details, let us give you a clear map of our presentation today so you can easily follow our slides on your screens. We have divided uh, our defense into 6 core phases. First, we will establish our project baseline, context moving from our introduction directly into our problem statements. Explaining the real-world threats students face online. Second, we will look at our project's trajectory through our research aim, objectives, and scope, defining exactly what we will and will not build. Third, we will review the academic groundwork already done by experts in our literature review summary. Fourth, we will deep dive into our design strategy, detailing our agile scrum methodology and the cloud to mobile system architecture. Fifth, we will share our 12-week project timeline. And finally, we will share our expected deliverables and why this matters for UniKL. So let's start with our very first phase, which is the introduction. Let's look closely at the digital environment we live in as university students. Higher education network manage an incredible amount of sensitive information every day, ranging from exam papers and enrollment databases to our personal home address and financial payment details. Despite this high risk, almost all student portals today still rely on the traditional legacy username and password method to verify who we are. As security students in our first year, one of the earliest concepts we learn is that static password represents a massive single point of failure. Because we have dozens of different digital accounts, human nature leads us to experience password fatigue. To cope, students often make very weak passwords, write them down in unprotected phone notes, or use the exact same password for their social media, their bank account, and their online shopping accounts. According to 2023 Verizon Data Breach Investigations report, over 80% of all data breaches globally are caused by stolen, phished, or guessed passwords. Uh, Our research poses a simple question: why are we clinging to an outdated text-based system when 95% of our students own smartphones with high-precision biometric sensors? Our project is designed to bridge this exact security gap. So our proposal is that we would build a mobile-based fingerprint authentication layer for student portals. So I'll pass it next to my teammate.
Hello. Hello everyone. To highlight exactly why our team chose to focus on this, we have isolated two primary problem statements that explain the current dangers. Problem statement. The first problem statement is extreme vulnerability to automated cyber attacks. Text-based logins are fundamentally defenseless against coordinated modern attacks like phishing or brute force casing. In an online university environment, if a malicious actor steals a student password, they gain lateral access to institutional systems. This opens the door to identity theft, financial fraud regarding tuition fees, and malicious grade tampering. The second one is the usability and security friction gap. When universities do try to fix passwords, they usually add multi-factor authentication or MFA, most commonly in the form of SMS OTP codes sent to our phone. As a student, we have all experienced how frustrating this can be. The text message get delayed or you have zero mobile reception inside a basement lecture hall and suddenly you are completely locked out of your quiz or exam. Because it causes a high amount of friction, students look for ways to bypass it or avoid using the portal entirely. We desperately need a security gate that takes less than a second to complete without sacrificing our safety. Next. Next is our research aim. Driven by these clear problems, our team has established a tightly focused vision on our project. Our primary research aim is stated right there: to design and develop a mobile application that uses fingerprint biometrics to authenticate student access, providing a secure and user-friendly alternative to legacy passwords. To clarify our panels, we are not looking to build a purely theoretical or conceptual paper. Our goal is to develop a functional real-world framework that moves the security validation process away from an exposed network string and locks it down within local isolated hardware. Next is our objective. To ensure our main goal is fully achievable and trackable over the semester, we have broken our project down to three concrete research objectives. Our first objective is to analyze vulnerabilities. We will thoroughly investigate the historical and operational weakness of traditional password dependencies within university networks. We will achieve this by reviewing data breach trends and launching a localized digital survey to analyze the password habits of our fellow students. Next is system design and prototype development. We will design and program a cross-platform mobile application that uses native mobile device operating systems, specifically using the Android Biometric POM API and the iOS Local Authentication Framework with a highly secure back-end web service. And lastly is evaluation and validation. Once our working prototype is ready, we will put it through a dual-layered testing phase. First, a technical security test to prove it's resistant to biometric spoofing, and second, an online user experience evaluation to measure login speed and user satisfaction among UniKL students. Next.
Okay, for the research scope, because we are student researchers operating within a specific academic semester, we must set a clear boundary so our project remains completely feasible. We have defined our scope across 4 key parameters, which is first our targets. We are focusing exclusively on active undergraduate students at UniKL who use personal smartphones. And second is our hardware platforms. We are limiting our scope to modern mobile environments, specifically Android version 9 and above, and iOS version 13 and above. This ensures the phone have native, standardized biometric chips built in. And third, our system boundaries. We are strictly developing the login and session authentication modules. To be clear, we are not rewriting or redesigning the entire university student portal. We are simply engineering a highly secure biometric front gate for it. And the last one is the context, which is our study is entirely localized within the Malaysian higher education landscape, using UNICAL as our core operational case study. Then for the significance of the study, now why is this study highly significant, especially in our current digital first academic world? Because its impact spans three main areas. And for the first one is individual students. This study provides immediate protection against account takeovers. A hacker living on the other side of the world can easily phish or buy your text password on the dark web, but they cannot duplicate your physical fingerprint across the internet. For the academic community, our project contributes fresh, localized research data regarding mobile biometric adoption in Malaysian universities. It acts as a reproducible technical blueprint for other local institutions looking to upgrade their legacy infrastructure. And finally, for our institution, UniKL, this project directly supports Malaysia's higher education digital transformation goals, proving that our university can proactively protect academic integrity through modern cybersecurity engineering. And then the next one is literature review summary. For the literature review summary, every engineering project needs a strong foundation of existing academic evidence. On this slide, we have summarized 4 cornerstone research papers that back up our proposal. First is Rati et al. 2021, which proved that modern Minitel-based fingerprint matching algorithm reach an accuracy rate of over 95% in everyday environments, establishing that the underlying technology is mature and dependable. On the user experience side, which is Patel et al. 2031, conducted a comparative study proving that biometric logins are 60% faster than typing traditional alphanumeric characters, which drastically raises user satisfaction. Crucially, the security of our data architecture is backed by Zhang and Lui 2033. Their technical research confirms that modern smartphone operating systems completely isolate biometric data inside a hardware chip called the Trusted Execution Environment or Secure Enclave. This proves that a user's actual fingerprint image never leaves the physical phone, completely eliminating the risk of server-side biometric theft. And lastly is Okot Putji et al. 2020, which provided empirical proof that introducing fingerprint authentication dropped unauthorized university login incidents by a massive 78%.
Okay, thank you, Hilman. So to turn this proposal into a reality, our team is going to use the Agile Scrum methodology. In cybersecurity development, a traditional rigid waterfall approach can prevent you from fixing sudden security bugs. By operating in short, 2-week iterations called sprints, we can write code, test its vulnerability immediately, and refine our app smoothly. Please direct your attention to the architecture flowchart on the slide. The process is completely decentralized. When a student touches their smartphone's fingerprint sensor, the phone's native operating system checks the print locally within its secure hardware vault. If it matches, the phone generates a digitally signed cryptographic token. Think of it as an unforgeable, temporary VIP digital plus. The phone sends only this token over the internet to our backend system to grant portal access. This architecture guarantees that even if a hacker compromises our university database servers, they will find zero fingerprint data stored there, making the system incredibly resilient against identity theft. Next. So this slide details our structured 12-week timeline for execution during the academic semester. We begin in weeks 1 and week 2 with rigorous planning and setting up our development environments and distributing our online student surveys. Moving into week 3 and week 4, we finalize our system architecture diagrams and create high fidelity UI for wireframes. For week 5 until week 8, it represents our intensive coding block split into 2 Scrum sprints. So for sprint 1, we focus on building local mobile biometric registrations, and Sprint 2 focuses on secure backend token communication. Week 9 and 10 are completely reserved for quality assurance, where we will actively try to break our own prototype through spoofing attacks and gather UX feedback. Finally, weeks 11 and 12 will be dedicated to compiling our data, finalizing our thesis report, and preparing for our final presentation. Next. So to conclude our presentation by the end of this research cycle, our team will deliver 3 concrete deliverables. First, a fully functional cross-platform mobile prototype demonstrating a secure and fast fingerprint login flow. Second, a complete technical documentation package mapping our architectural security patterns. And third, a comprehensive assessment report outlining our empirical security and usability findings. We truly believe this project will pave the way for a much safer, completely friction-free online academic environment here at UniKL. Thank you very much to our respected panels and lecturers, and also classmates for your time and attention in this virtual room. We will now stop sharing our slides and that's it. Thank you.
Thank you.